Hi guys, I'm AP. In this video, we are going to see about what is capitalism and history of capitalism and what are the relations between the capitalism and the stock market. Okay, let's get started. Okay, the word capitalism is derived from the French word called capitalisme, which is used in the 18th century to describe the economic system in the Europe. The capitalisme, the word which has two parts, capital and ism. It is a suffix word. The capital, which is refers to wealth used to produce goods and services. The word ism refers to the society or a people. The word capital, which is used by the ancient Rome, the word is derived from the Latin word called caput, means head or chief. Okay, now let us see what is capitalism. Capitalism is a economic system which is based on the private ownership. It is the main point. It is based on the private ownership of the means of production and they are operating for profit without any government interference. That is capitalism. Okay, basically a capitalism is nothing but if a individual person or a group of person having an idea to produce a product or service, then with the capital they have or borrowing from others, they can produce the products and goods and sell in the open market to get profit. In this process, the government should not interfere in the process of single person who is producing and selling goods and services. It is the capitalism. A capitalism is based on the free market in which whoever has an idea to produce a product or goods and service, if he has a capital, then he can produce it and sells it in a free market to make profit. Okay, the main pillars of the capitalism are investors and the person who has the idea to produce a products or a goods and service and the free marketplace which allows anyone to sell the goods and services. These are the three pillars of capitalism. Okay, now let us see a short history of capitalism. Before 15th century, there will be a king who is ruling the place and there will be people who is serving to kings. What the king will do, the king will provide some land and the people used to cultivate their foods for them and for the other peoples and they used to trade among themselves and they will make some money out of it. And who are working for the king as a servant, king in their army, the king will reward them some gold for them. Okay, at 15th century, people started using to trade with neighbor countries and started building ships to trade with the even other countries. The 1492, Christopher Columbus, who is a sailor in the Spain, and the king and queen in the Spain who sent the Christopher Columbus to find India and to bring them some cotton, silks, and spices from India. For coming to India, unfortunately, Christopher Columbus in 1942 he discovered the new land called America. His ship Saint Maria. This became the revolution in the world. Okay. After 2 centuries, at 17th century, people used to join among themselves and build ships to travel across the ocean to get some spices or cotton and used to trade with other country peoples. At that 16th century, the East India Company, headed by a person called John Watts, it is the first joint stock company. It means that there will be no single owner for the company, but there will be a group of owners who is owning the company, whatever the products which is coming from the ship, and they will sell it in the market, and whatever the profit is coming, they will share according to their shareholders. It is the first giant stock company. From here, the capitalism started beginning, and the European peoples always wanted to trade with India and want to get our spices. So at 1608 they landed at our Surat port place in Gujarat and then they started trading with India like cotton, spices and etc. Okay, the East India Company is the main starting point of the capitalism, which the group of people combine together and they find out a market, the goods and sell it in the market and they get profit out of it. The main motto is to get money from it and without any government interference. But people are worried that if individual peoples are started earning their worth, then they will start dominating the other peoples. But at 1776, the Adam Smith, the father of economics, what he told is there is always an invisible hand which controls the market. That is nothing but supply and demand. If some people started trading spices from India, then many people will started trading spices. So that the supply will increase and the demand will fall. So in the competitive market, the price will be stable. It is what said by Adam Smith in the book. He mentioned the wealth of nation at 1776. We have seen that the main motto of the giant stock company is to make profit. For that, the owners of the companies are pushing the workers very hard and they are making them as a slave to make profit out of it. 1818, the Karl Marx Subban, and who supported the slave or employee peoples, and he always wanted to become a community to be a equal one, and he spreading knowledge across everyone about the communism and equality. Okay, before 1850, the East India companies which come to trade with India, but they fought with the king's people who are ruling the India and they won the battle and they started ruling the India. At 1850, the East India Company was for India the crown prince Queen Victoria to rule India. Okay, to give a clarification, at 1850 only the first informal stock exchange in India began. It means group of people joined and invest in a company and it appears in 1850. 1868, only the 20-year-old Jamshedji Tata, who started trading company with a capital of 21,000, now we know as a Tata Group. Okay, at 1947, the rule of British who came to an end, and the India got an independence at 1947. At 20th century, the major developments in Indian stock market are the BSE was formed in 1956, and at 1986, the BSE launched an index called Sensex in the Indian stock market. At the 1992, after Asset Mehta scam, the SEBI has been appointed as a regulatory body for the Indian stock market. Okay, at 1994, the formation of National Stock Exchange, that is NSE, was formed. Before that, there will be for every state capital there will be a stock market, but after 1994, it is nationalized and it is called NSE, that is National Stock Exchange. Okay, at the 21st century, at 2020, we all know that introduction to the NSE derivatives is formed, and GeoGet Securities is the first online stock market broker in India. At 2003, we all know that the dematerialization of share happened in India. Before that, everybody used to have the share as the physical format, as a paper format with them. After 2003, everyone to the companies and received the share as an electronic format to their demat form. That is, dematerialization happened in 2003. And okay, we have seen some short history of capitalism. The evaluation of the humans are based on two words. It is better living. It starts from the Stone Age till now. For that, there can be a capitalist or a job going person. But in the earlier days, if a person who is going to job and getting his salary, there is no way to invest his money. As a small person, there is no way to invest money. But in the modern century, we have the great tool called stock market. With that, even for 1,000 rupees, we can start investing in a stock market, and even for just 100 rupees, we can invest in a Nifty 50 or a top 50 companies. I always wanted everyone to make use of a stock market to get our financial goal. But always be patient in the stock market and watch our intelligent investor book show so that you could get some clarification about it. Okay. Let me conclude this video by saying that in the capitalist economy, the business is focused only on the profit. And as a human being, for our better living, we need more money so that we are investing in the business. The great tool in the century is stock market, and it is very easy to use nowadays. So that I suggest you to use it and be a defensive investor like Graham says. And today, the greatest investors of all time, Warren Buffett's teacher or mentor, Charlie Munger, has passed away. Let us pray for his rest in peace. Thank you for watching.